Welcome back to News Channel 3 on this Sunday morning. A little more than a year ago, state lawmakers passed an anti-bullying measure requiring all schools to come up with policies that protect students from bullying. But are these policies truly protecting our children? News Channel 3's I-Team started digging, and what we found out may leave parents shocked. Our chief investigative reporter, David Bailey, reports.
We've been tracking the bullying problem for years here at News Channel 3. We've heard the horrible stories from the youngest in our community.
I didn't want to go to school because I knew that there was no escaping her.
No escaping her, she said, referring to being bullied, mean tweets and texts. That's the kind of thing lawmakers hope they never hear again when they passed an anti-bullying measure in 2011, hoping school leaders would put the issue on the top of their agenda. But the I-Team started dissecting the law recently and consequently made a surprising discovery that in 2013, there will be no comprehensive bullying data available to the State Department of Education.
That's no longer required, so we are no longer allowed to collect that data from districts, so we had to pull it out of the data set.
So you have a problem with that?
It would be nice to have bullying data, especially since we just had the state legislature pass the bullying policy requirement. It'd be nice to be able to see whether that did anything.
We found the new anti-bullying law mandates lots of education and policies to school districts to try to help kids, but there's no data reporting, no accountability. There's a legal reason why the data isn't required by law, by the way. The collection of it could be considered an unfunded mandate, and state law and several court decisions prevent unfunded mandates to schools. You know, I think a lot of people would look at that and say that's just government getting in the way of government.
Probably unconsciously, too. I mean, I don't think it's a deliberate thing on anybody's part. I think it's an oversight. They just didn't know the details.
Add in the fact that federal grant funds ran out last year. Data reporting to the federal government for bullying was tied to that money, and now state leaders are telling us there's no official data at all to see if the problem may subside over the years.
If we're not measuring data on how effective that law is in combating the problem of bullying, we're never going to know if we need to put more teeth in it or if it's doing the job it was intended to do.
We found in our research it appears some school districts do collect bullying data and report it to the state. But as you can see here, it's optional. There were an awful lot of zeros and blank boxes on this spreadsheet. Schools deciding not to report it.
Yes, I would imagine parents out there, I'm a mom of 2 kids, I want to know, what's going on in the schools.
So more than a year after the sweeping anti-bullying law went into place, lawmakers are telling us tonight in 2013, short of a new legislative fix, they really don't have a clue whether the law is working or not.
I haven't heard from any of my school districts that it's being ineffective, but I haven't heard yet that this is the magic answer. I think the bottom line is it starts in our homes where we teach our kids right from wrong.
Some local lawmakers voted against the new bullying law because they suspected it wouldn't address the real problems, and defining bullying in data would be difficult. David Bailey, News Channel 3.